probably you get to take reps with guys who have more experience. That's probably the only thing. Mentally, as far as I'm concerned, nothing's changed. I still approach it, with I got somebody nipping at my heels, which I do. No, my position's not safe. People like to write and say that, I'm in as a starter. Not really. Every position's a battle, and James, is a very good quarterback who can perform and play, and so, and along with any other quarterback who may surprise as spring ball and fall camp goes on. So mentally, nothing else changes. You're just taking reps with the ones who are normally guys who have more experience, maybe a little bit bigger, faster, stronger, but that's about it.
What did you try to get accomplished today, and did you do it?
I really wanted to work on just being efficient, and so no, because I don't think I completed a ball on team. So that was rough. We had some mental mistakes, which I was a little bit discouraged about because I felt like we had spent our winter preparing. But I don't think it was for lack of time in the film room and lack of time studying. I think it was more just the excitement of day one. And everybody's thinking about a million things, and you look into guys' eyes, instead of being cool, calm, collected, they got the wheels turning a million miles an hour. And so that's what I attribute today's struggles to. Hopefully we can calm down as practice goes on.
What have been your initial impressions of the new quarterbacks?
So we've been working out with them for 2 months, and Taysom, obviously, I think he got reps in the team today that most people saw, and he is who we thought he was, and that's a great athlete. He's got a real nice release, and has come back from his mission extremely well as far as physical conditioning. And then Ammon and McCoy are both two young guys who are great and well on their way.
You've always led your team, but I thought you were very demonstrative today. Is that part of being a senior and the #1 quarterback?
I'm just trying to be who I am. If there's anything the last 2 years have taught me, it's that I'm going to be who I am, because and also being a senior, you realize the end is near, and that you don't want to have any regrets. And so if you go around trying to please other people or act the way that you think they want you to act, then that's how you're left with regrets and look back thinking, oh, if only I would have done it my way. So I was who I was today. I got a little bit frustrated at times. Like I said, we should know the plays, and we had guys in wrong spots, which shouldn't happen. So, but you know what? I'm over it, and we get to come out here and crack at it again tomorrow at 4.
When we saw you guys last after the bowl game, you said this win could help you going into spring. So, has it?
Yeah, it helped us through our winter conditioning, and we had a very highly competitive and intense winter conditioning, the most intense one that I've been a part of since being here. And then, that carried over into practice today. Guys were anxious to get at each other. We weren't in full pads, but guys were playing like it was, and they were nippy and physical, sometimes overly physical, as we saw a couple times out there. But it was day one from an offensive standpoint is always going to be a little bit rougher than day two from a defensive standpoint, or than day one from a defensive standpoint. So, I feel like both sides did really well today.
Can you see the chippiness as maybe a good thing?
Oh, definitely. I love it, and I don't condone it, but if it's going to happen, then I'll throw my head in, definitely. I won't hesitate to jump in there. And it's all in good fun. We're good teammates, and we're very cohesive, and none of that stuff gets carried over into the locker room. None of it's personal. It's just playing the game hard, and it's a very physical, violent game. Sometimes that happens.
Riley, what kind of expectations do you have for yourself for 2012?
Be very efficient. I like having the ability to bail myself out with my feet, but the less I can do that, the better we'll be as a team, because we have running backs and wide receivers, and get the ball in those guys' hands with space. It'll be a lot better, and also, I won't have to take as many hits. And so that's my #1 goal is high completion percentage and obviously low interceptions, and just being able to be more of a possession-type quarterback. And if I can add that, not replace that, add that with, kind of the times I got lucky scrambling with my feet or the big chunks that we were able to make downfield, I think that I'll put myself in a position to help this team be successful.
As has been the case, with senior quarterbacks in the past, not only do you have to worry about getting yourself ready, but now it's sort of your responsibility to kind of prepare the other guys for when you're gone. How seriously do you take that responsibility?
They're very proactive guys, and so they're taking care of their own preparation, just as I was in the same spot as all of them as Max was going through his senior year. And I kind of learned with Max that it's best to just kind of observe, because a lot of times, I'd ask him, why do you do this? And he said, I don't know. And it's just kind of that comes through being a senior, and you can't explain a lot of things that you do, but you can learn a lot by observing. And those guys are very good at observing. and they're also inquisitive, so any question they have, I'll answer to the best of my knowledge. But I'm focused on, like you said, making myself the best quarterback I can be in order to give our team the best opportunity to win.
This year, you're the guy at quarterback. There's no question about it. Do you like that?
Who says there's no question about it? I could stink it up. You know, I didn't complete a ball today in team, and if that trend continues, I'll be on the bench as quickly as anyone else. I still feel that pressure to perform. I've always kind of been second choice from my freshman year to last year, and kind of been thrown in the mix, and I still have that mentality. I think that's how I've been conditioned to mentally approach athletics, and so that's how it's going on. I don't think I'm the guy. I don't feel in any way my spot's entrenched, and I do feel a very deep need and urge to get better as quickly and as in big increments as I can.
In the past, you mentioned Max Hall, John Beck. Senior quarterbacks have really done well their final year. Do you feel you're kind of setting yourself up for a good season where you're kind of in control and comfortable as maybe they were when they had success as seniors?
Yeah, I would hope so. But the biggest thing as I look at our team, and my team, this 2012 team is completely different from the 2009, which was completely different from the 2006. We will be very good this year if I can turn myself into an efficient distributor. We've got a lot of weapons to get the ball to, and I got to get the ball into those guys' hands in the most efficient, effective way possible. And so, where those guys were incredible playmakers and could win games on their own, if it comes down to the fourth quarter and I have to make a play, hopefully I can make a play. But I plan on letting our playmakers, our guys on the outside, our running backs, do all the heavy lifting, and hopefully I can kind of just fade in the background of a well-oiled offensive machine.
Thanks, Riley.
Thank you.